Morning, guys. Saturday here in Rusty, Rhode Island. It's September 27th, 2025. Cheers. So my plan is to just take off the emblem here, and then I'll be able to finish the silver around the red, laying it flat. Tomorrow's Sunday fun day, so I figure maybe be a good job for a Sunday morning. I'll be nice and quiet in my shed, won't be bothering nobody. Can take care of that. So you might notice it's a little bit brighter in here. I had 5 LED lights that tenant from hell left here, and I split them in half and put 2 on that side and 3 on this side. Then I had that fluorescent tube too, so plus the floor LEDs above. Boy, does that light it up, huh? And the more it lights it up, the more imperfections I see. So I've been thinking, I want to do something in this area. I've been talking about it. Starting here, coming back around the corner here, probably to where it comes to a point right about here. So from the door to this point, I want to have some kind of a chrome, and I want it to say Apache. So I looked online. If I was to buy like one of the ones for a 60s truck and try to adapt it, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. These lights are some bright, man, I'm going to tell you. Save the electric. Save the electric. But those lights are going to work out pretty well for painting and clearing. Not that I'm going to be getting at it anytime soon, because every time I turn around, I think about making changes to this, and I do have some areas in the white that need attention. There's like little cracks, so I may end up shooting this thing again at some point. I think for right now what I'm going to do is just leave it alone and just keep working on it, the mechanical stuff. Still got to do the tranny, I still got to do the transmission, the drive shaft. Got to find wheels. Got a lot of work to still do on this. But I'm going to take the emblem off. And then this van truck is going outside. And the Mustang's going to come in. And I'm going to get started on the front end for the Mustang next week. Got a job for today is do prep work to get the roof up here. So, you can see I haven't put the rubber up there yet, but I do have the rubber out, and I'm letting the sun beat on it. I have to cut off, it's 10 wide, I need to cut off 9 feet, and then I can just roll the rest up and put it away. Boy, that was some heavy moving it this morning. Dragged it from around the other side. Just got it laid up on some pallets now to try to get it off the ground a little bit. Got to cut 9 feet off, and then that 9 feet is going to take me over both ends up here. Just take a walk up. I'll show you what I got going on. So that's it. I used all materials I had. This lumber has been under the house. It was old floor joists that were under there stored, and they were in good shape. I had them up off the ground. The fiberglass panels that I'm using for sheathing, this was an old camper, truck shell that I used to keep my tools dry for years when I was working until I got the other one. Used glass out of a door. 2x4s are all new. They were left in the shed when I bought it, so the nails I had left over. I haven't really bought anything, and I had the rubber left over from jobs. So I really haven't bought anything except for caulk and So what I'm going to do is I have what's called seam tape. And the seam tape will lay on the aluminum after I clean it. We glue down. It's like a double stick tape almost. But you'll put a primer on it to activate it. And then it also sticks the rubber down. So that'll be glued down, keep the water from going underneath. It'll come up, go across, and then the same thing on the roof. I'll have the roof seam tape. And then when it turns over here, I still want to have something that comes out. I haven't got to that yet, but I'll leave the rubber hanging over for now and just secure it with some termination bar up on the top here. The roof up there has been up there. That was a used roof. When I was working for Newport Roof, I cut that off of a YMCA, and it wasn't long enough, so I had to put a seam and add an extra piece, but it's been up there since 2000, so that's over 26 years on a used roof. Who knows how old that rubber is. Same thing over there over my same roof. Where I come out the door, I put that little section of rubber over the entrance. See what's going on here, guys. We're going to be Joe the Roofer pretty soon. The only reason I got lucked out with that, I was actually a mechanic for the guy. And all of his crews were quitting, and he needed somebody who could manage people. It didn't matter that I didn't know anything about rubber roof. He needed a production manager to make sure the guys were working, and that's how I was his mechanic. I was just working on trucks part-time, and he brought me on full-time to be production manager. So basically, I was head babysitter for the kids. And we'd get all these guys. Swear to God, every one of them had a drug habit. They'd come to work in the morning and they'd be fine. They'd go to lunch and they'd come back all baked. And I was almost afraid to put them on the roof. And then by a couple hours later, they're all tired, yawning and shit. Like, come on, guys. Cracking the whip. But we had a lot of fun. I tried to make it. I would do on Fridays. I had this steamer, big steamer. And we would buy hot dogs and buns, and we'd do Hot Dog Friday. And to really pep the guys up, we'd have, like, I'd make Kool-Aid, a big thing of Kool-Aid, and some hot dogs with bringing, ketchup, mustard, and stuff. And the guys, I would keep the crews happy that way, and that was my job. I was production manager. I did that for a few years, and then I went into business for myself. Around before COVID hit, about 2016. It was like 4 years before COVID hit. Out from Western Rhode Island, guys. Hope you're enjoying your day. My friend's gonna come out later and help me get that rubber on. We're gonna roll it up and get it up there. But first, I gotta do a lot of cleaning. You can't glue it to dirt, so I gotta get up there. The sun will dry it, and then I'll get up there and prune it off real good. And I'll be ready to, usually I'll take the rubber and I'll mop it down I'll take a mop and some gas and mop it down with a bucket of gas. It's, believe it or not, works great on rubber to clean it. Right before I put it on. Out from Western Rhode Island, guys. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. See you on Bad Chad.